your people, and you are our God. You know us by name, and we are yours. And when we walk through the rivers, they're not going to overwhelm us. The fire's not going to burn us because we are your children. And we thank you for that. And we thank you that we get to remember that, recall that, celebrate that, and also celebrate our young people as they grab hold of that concept and that promise, the promise that we are indeed your children. So let us be renewed today in our worship, and let us hear your word in a new, fresh, and exciting way today. In your name we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Hi, welcome to Big Faith, where you can have your way right away. Would you like to try one of our multi-religion combos?
No thanks. Can I have a God who is mighty, but can you go easy on the demands?
Oh, sure. We have like this God of forgiveness?
Yeah, a lot of forgiveness.
Yeah. Hey, hello.
What else?
Can you make this a light relationship, please, man? Because we're pretty busy. Hey.
No, anything else?
Yeah, can you hold the condiments?
Do you mean hold the condemnation?
Adjust your headphones, Airnet. That's what he
Yeah,
said.
that's what I said.
You want to supersize your religion?
No way. We don't want people to think we're weird or anything.
Did someone say McFaith?
Mid-faith. You've been on a journey, you guys and gals. You've been on a journey of faith, but it certainly hasn't been a mid-faith journey, has it? It's been a journey that has taken a long time. It's a faith journey that you couldn't order up. You couldn't have it your way. You couldn't drive it up to the drive-through window and pick it out. It has been a journey that began at the waters of holy baptism. We'll talk about that a little bit on Thursday evening. It began at the waters of holy baptism, and for many of you, most of you, you were baptized right here. And with lots of people loving you, helping you, embracing you, wanting the very best for you. Your parents, your godparents, your Sunday school teachers. Sorry, Virginia, I just moved. Okay. You know, and your family, your grandparents, pastor, Sunday school teachers, non-phone teachers. It's been a journey for you. For some of you, 13, 14 years, as you've come to Sunday school and learned about Jesus. You've learned about Jesus in praying at home. Maybe most of you have learned about Jesus from a time that you were maybe 2 or 3 years old and learning to do your prayers. And then you learned about the gift of Holy Communion in your first communion classes. And then you became a student of learning for 3 years here at confirmation classes. And so we're excited for you. Not just the confirmation teachers, not just me, but everyone here in this place is excited for you. We're excited that you are here now at this point. Not as a graduation, but as a threshold of what it means to take on a greater responsibility and a mature role in your journey. And so we, me, family, church family, are praying that you will see this day as a continuation, the commitment, a continuation and a commitment to go deeper in the journey of faith, to grow spiritually, because most of us old people here have been through this. I remember my confirmation, you know, and look at me now. And let me tell you, I was not the easiest student in the world. I was a very good student, but I wasn't the easiest student in school. Because I was a good student, I used to get in trouble because I talked a lot and I messed around. And many of my friends would not believe when I became a pastor. So you never know what's on the horizon, but confirmation is about going deeper into your spiritual journey. And you may feel like you have met a goal. Confirmation. And you have. It is called confirmation. But it's not a done deal. It's not the end. Yes, there are no more classes and no more service projects and no more Sunday worship sermon things to write out. And you don't have to get out of bed early anymore and you can sleep in. And your parents probably feel the same way. They probably heard some of that. Or they're just keeping it to themselves, but they're going, oh, wow. I don't have to drive the kids to confirmation on Monday nights. I don't have to get them to church. I don't have to argue with my kids to get them out of bed on a Sunday morning. And you may think that your responsibilities are over. And as parents, you may think your responsibilities are over and that there's less demand on your schedule. But the truth of the matter is that we're all on a spiritual journey. It just means that they are making their statement of faith. And it's still important to continue on the journey of faith. And so I'd like to remind you and everyone who's here that our spiritual journey never ends. You either are growing closer to God or you're drifting away from God. And so sadly, so many of you are going to move on. You're going to move on to other things. And you're going to make little effort continue to go on this journey of faith. And I say that because that's the reality. I say that because year after year, we hope and pray that you'll come back on a regular basis, but it just doesn't happen. You get busy with school, you get into the honors programs, you get into drama and band and soccer and baseball, and you begin to drift away. Little by little, you and your parents find it easier stay away. Find it easier to be busy with other things. And so it's going to be difficult for you to be consistent in your journey of faith and live consistently for Jesus Christ. It's just not easy. It's not easy even when we come to church every Sunday. Like me, we do services on a Sunday. And in my church before this, I had 3 services on a Sunday. And we were busy all Sunday morning here. But as someone said to me today on the way out, I wish I could feel like this the whole week when I walk out of the church. Well, you're going to wish someday, you're going to wish that you felt a little bit better. And that things were going a little bit better in your life. And maybe you'll just remember that there's a God who loves you and desires the very best for you, and that there's a church that loves you and desires the very best for you. However, the reality is we have an awful lot of excuses.
It's gigantic. I know you've thought about it. And you know what? The funny thing is, I got several big butts. And before you discard me or wince at the disgusting notion of that, I'm going to go out on a limb here and suggest that possibly you have at least one big butt as well. Yeah, you like that? Hurts a little, huh? Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something, okay? Everybody we know has a big butt. And more often than not, it's the thing that actually gets in the way of us living a consistent life for Jesus. I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm going to expound a little bit, okay? See if you can recognize but I have to work more, but my favorite TV shows, but my kids have practice, but I got to do something. It's such a beautiful day, but I'm just not in the mood. But I just have a break today. You see, everything kind of interferes with my life of just living an authentic life for God, okay? And more often than not, it always has something to do with some sort of about. Okay, you know what's about you can distract me. It really can. What's about you make me think, I'm not going to pray today. I'm not going to think about it today. I'm not going to deny myself. I'm not going to read the Bible, blah, blah, blah. Whatever God asks me to do, I'm seeing to have a butt for it and get away. Okay, and the most horrendously big butt of all time is the butt that gets in the way of you just hanging out with God reading His Word. It's true. Think about it. All the times you're about to open that, and all of a sudden the big giant butt gets in the way. But, much like one of these. But I got a farm, but I play, but the games over, but I read last Tuesday. But I got to check Facebook. I don't like it. But it's too hot in here. But I just don't like books. But I don't understand it. But it's boring. But what does that have to do with me in the 21st century? Those are some ugly butts, people. So call them what they are, ugly. Ugly butts. Okay? And there's a lot more to them, sad but true. Here's a list, although not exhaustive, of some of the most popular butts known to mankind. But I don't have enough money yet. But others will think that I'm a nerd if I carry the Bible. But they won't like me if I talk about Jesus. But I don't know if God will do what I ask. But I just can't get motivated. But I'm afraid. But I don't have all the answers. I'm small. It was the same when I was Monday Night Football. But can't I just let my life speak for itself? No, I'm not happy. That's not my gift. That's the next job. But I don't know how to do it. But I can't believe that. But I don't know where to start. But everybody else is having fun. Butts abound, friend. Butt. Here a butt, there a butt. Everywhere. A butt. Okay? And the most overused butt of all time, but I just don't have enough time. Oh, come on, we have a lot of butts. God has given us a real simple word. Okay? If we learn it, and we share it, and we teach it, and we live by it, and see God gets glorified, people benefit, and then we get blessed. That's why we do what we do. That's the why behind the butt. Okay, hopefully that's the whole point I'm trying to make here, my fellow butt lovers, is if your butt is bigger than your why, then your butt's too big. Okay, it's time to, metaphorically speaking, snap into a swim gym. Okay, let's slap on some spiritual shape-ups and hit the road a little bit so we can just manage the butts a little bit. That's all we're trying to do. That's what we're talking about. Let's minimize the excuses. Let's shrink the butts. Shrink the butts. See, shrink the butts. That's what we need to do. And you and I can do that together. We can conquer this. You and I can do it. We start today, okay? I know we can. Let's just do it. No ifs, ands, or...
Yeah, let's shrink those butts. Let's shrink them. Let's look at our butts. And let's try and shrink the butts. I'm tired, but it's too early, the church is boring, but I finished confirmation, I don't have to go anymore, I have other things to do. But why can't my good deeds speak for themselves? But my friends don't go to church. We have a lot of butts. As he said, butts abound. Shrink them. Shrink them. Shrink those butts. Work on taking an active role in your faith journey and in the life of Holy Cross. Because now, you got it. We've spent time doing service projects, you've become familiar with this building, you've become familiar with the things that we do here, how we serve, how we love others, how we care for others, how we reach out to others. So now it's time to also get involved in the church, and that will help you continue on your faith journey. So, you know, you can usher, you can lead worship, you can continue to acolyte, you can join the choir, you can do outreach projects, you can put together those food packages, you can help with confirmation, you can help with Sunday school. There's all kinds of ways that you can continue to be connected. We have a media crew that needs help, and boy, they need help. They picking on you two back there and the rest of the crew. We even have an older gentleman working in the media center. There's all kinds of things that you can do to serve God, to fit in here, to make a connection here, and to continue here. And so I am inviting you to continue with me and your church family to spend time with God and to serve Him. You see, there are a lot of voices out there, and you know them better than I. There are a lot of voices out there telling you, here's the truth, I've got the truth, this is the truth. However, you have been exposed, and you have learned about a great truth, the greatest truth, the truth that changes lives, the truth that can make a difference in your life. A truth that says you matter. A truth that says you are loved. A truth that says you are accepted just the way you are by God. And not because of what you do, not because of how many home runs you did, not because of how many dance recitals you've been in, not because you can tweet quickly and do your fingers and all that, the spelling that I come up with sometimes. It's not because of anything you do. It's, you matter and you are loved and you are accepted because of God and what God has done for you, because of what God has done for you, and because He loves you and He accepts you and He cares for you. And I would like to invite you to remember that you also matter to me, and you matter to this church. You matter. We care about you. You are never alone. You are never without people who care about you. Wherever the name Christ is known, you have family, you have friends. That's what baptism is about. You are claimed by God. God, wherever the name Christ is known, you have family. You have people who will love you, care about you, encourage you, and support you. Let me give you a really kind of a silly example, because you'll be doing this fairly soon. I was born and raised here in Long Island, but I lived out in St. Louis when I went to seminary. And I had no money, so I had a junky car. And I was traveling in Iowa, in the middle of nowhere, cornfields, that's where I was about. And my car broke down in a small town. Now, in small towns, you never see anybody. They're never out on the weekends, It's like all the streets are rolled up. And I went and I walked to a church that was nearby. And they knocked on the door. And they helped me. I had to get my car towed. I had to find a gas station. Small towns don't have a whole lot. And sometimes this town didn't even have a gas station. So I got a lot of help. But I went to the church. And this is before I was a pastor. I was young in my early faith, but I knew that the church would help. That the church would care. That's a silly example, but that's the reality. When you hit the hard times, when you hit the bumpy roads, and you hear what people think is the truth, and you're not sure about it, that's when you come to the church. That's when you come and you ask. That's when you come and you get tuned up in your vehicle, tuned up to the Lord. You have people who love you and care about you in the church. And when you feel unimportant and unloved and insecure, you feel like you're alone, you feel like your life stinks, remember to whom you belong. You belong to God and His family. We heard it read today. I have called you by name, and you are mine. So don't let this love message fade into the background of your lives. I have called you by name, and you are mine. So remember, God loves you. He wants the very best for you. You can rely on Him. You can rely on me. You can rely on your church family to do the same, to love you, to care about you, and encourage you when the going gets tough, and to celebrate with you in those great times. So for many of you, I've baptized you I've been here a long time now, and there's some of the folks maybe not here so much, but I've been there with them in baptisms, in weddings, in funerals. We've celebrated together, we've cried together, we've encouraged one another, we've laughed together, we've sung hymns together and songs. That's what the church is about. And you're a part of that. You're a part of the church and helping others come to know the joy and the love of what it means to be the church. To be a body of believers. You could be a wounded healer for someone else. What that means is, and some of you already do it in school, by your wounds, by your pain, by your struggle, by your suffering, you can help someone else. You can make a difference for someone else. You can say, I've been there, and this is how I've handled it. That's being a wounded healer. And as you grow into your faith more taste of the joy that the journey of faith can bring, the peace that the journey of faith can bring. So God bless you, and we all rejoice with you.